Hey guys, it's me, John Anthony Chihawk Soltetto, back with part two of what was supposed to be a one shot video here to show you what I picked up from my dose vaccination kind of celebration. So it was kind of a twofer. I had to go up to Chandler to get my first vaccine, and then of course had to go back to Mesa to get my second. So while I was up there, swung by Jesse James Comics. In case you didn't watch the other video about the Bubba Patrol update that was supposed to be about this, that's how I do things. That's how my mind works. It just kind of goes all on its own. Just like the Bubba Patrol, I start with one concept and the characters completely take me over here because that's what they want to do, and they know the journey better than I do. All right, so this was kind of it was both to like, because I had the whole day off anyways, and it was kind of not just a celebration of getting that second vaccine and it kind of being over and done with kind of thing, because I've been getting a little anxious about it. But in a few days, today is the 7th, so in 5 days, I hit 5 years of sobriety, of having not had a drink in my life. I hit about 4 years of deciding that being straight edge was going to be my thing, and no drugs, no alcohol. It's been over 4 years since I've had any nicotine or anything like that. So I decided to do something special, and I was just like, I really want to get like a big key, or maybe not even a big key, but like kind of something that was a little pricey. I was willing to go up there and do that. They didn't have any of the keys that I was looking for, but I did find a couple of really, really cool things. So I'm going to go through them really, really quick. I'm a huge fan of the Libdell, and I'm going to butcher this last name, the Bacalo Generation X was one of my favorite runs of the mid-90s. So I got one or two of actually just that one, it looks like, of the original run. This, I believe, was my first issue of Generation X, and I liked it because like it had Stan Lee on it, and it said Stan Lee Presents, and for some reason I thought that meant, he had more of a presence in there. And then of course, you find out years later that he didn't really do everything that he said he did, or that other people said he did. Another story for another day, but that's still kind of a nostalgic book. I did get the first 3 issues of, I wouldn't say it's the current ongoing, because I'm pretty sure this has been canceled as well. But this came out a couple years ago, and I bought issue number 1 because I'm a Jubilee mark. I mean, always have been, always will be, since the 90s X-Men movie TV show came out. And probably always will be, that I wouldn't even say it's a guilty pleasure. Like, Jubilee's a solid character, but I think people have an issue with her because they try to play her off as like a knockoff Kitty Pryde. Just a second. So I don't know. Jubilee has just always been this character that I dug. When that series came out, I was like 12, 13. So, I'm sure I identified with her being a teenager, and she was cute, and just like her look and design and stuff like that. So Jubilee's always going to have a spot in my heart. I don't care what anybody says. I also picked up a couple of copies of Booster Gold. If you're at Jesse James didn't carry new books. Jesse James was doing just back issues for several years. When DC left Diamond last year, and took up with their own distributors and stuff like that, they decided, Jesse James decided to start carrying DC books again. He did tell me that now that Marvel's leaving Diamond and going with Penguin, they're going to work with Penguin, they're going to work with Lunar. He said he's not going to work with Diamond anymore. So if other companies are kind of wanting to get back in certain graces with certain other companies, they're going to have to get their own distribution method. The issue with that, and this is purely business and fundamental and stuff like that, is that if you have, let's say, Image takes up with their own distribution, Dark Horse and other publishers take up with their own distribution. Let's say they all lump together and they decide to do it. That's 4 distributors. that these LCSs have to deal with. That does become somewhat problematic in and of itself, but it can also breed better competition, better service, better discounts for the LCSs, better handling for those publishers, better visibility for the different creators and the different independent companies, in my mind, because Diamond really played it up for Marvel and DC. And then, of course, for Image was the third largest publisher. So when you breed that kind of competition, it is going to be better for a lot of us, including myself, other independent publishers who might be able to get a leg in and not have to pay these exorbitant fees to Diamond just to get listed. So like if I wanted to be listed in Diamond right now, I would have to raise a ton of capital through a crowdfunding campaign to list issue 4 and then print the number of books that are ordered. Now the problem with that is I'm printing issue number 4, so it's just like, well, who's going to buy issue number 4 if they don't have 1 through 3? So Diamond might be like, well, we want you to list these back issues as well because, you know, that's going to be the thing. So then I have to buy other listings and I have to do other solicits as well, which isn't going to be as easy for me because this is my home that I operate out of. I don't have an office. I don't have corporate backing. The way I've produced the first 3 issues and the Bubba files has all been because people have crowdfunded it. I don't have Warner Brothers backing me up. I don't have Disney backing me up financially. So those are kind of the things to think about as these companies divest themselves from a monopoly, and the attempt is to make this industry a better place. We will see if that's how it turns out. But anyways, from the business politics back to the books. So these 2 I will probably show later. I didn't realize I had picked up 12 copies of, not 12 copies, but 12 separate issues of the first Nightwing ongoing. I thought I had picked up like 6 or 8 or something like that. When I talked to the guy at the counter, I was like, do you have any Nightwing? And he goes, no, we don't have any of the original run. And then I just started digging through and I found them and I was like, this is great. $2 a pop. I can fill several holes in that first run. Now I believe I have 30 or 32 issues that I need to finish an entire run of that first ongoing. And that'll be a great accomplishment for me because I think it was 152 issues. I started in when Nightwing was at issue 16 or 17 during the No Man's Land Cataclysm event of the earthquake in Gotham, and then went back and got all the back issues from there and was subbing from that way forward and got all the way up to issue 71 when Devin Grayson took over. And for whatever reason, I was just like, nah, I'm done. Chuck Dixon's writing was my favorite, but I really want to see where this goes. And one of these days, I'm going to sit down and reread all 152 issues. But I also, it was pretty cool. I got issues 2 and 3 of Hardware because I'm now getting on the Milestone train. Of course, better late than never, I guess. I got a copy of Future State Wonder Woman blank cover. I don't know if I did a video showing the sketch covers that I'd done before or recently, but I did a Yara Flor Wonder Woman Future State blank cover, but I did her as Wonder Girl with the light blue and dark blue costume and not the red and blue costume. So this time maybe I'll do the red and blue. And then I picked up 2 copies of Recount, #1. This is the Virgin. They like a lot of places will call it vegan, Virginian, because like saying virgin for some reason, if you say it on Facebook or other places, it gets you, you know, dinged or cut off or something like that. So this is the non-trade dress CBSN exclusive, although, you know, it does have the little CBSN logo at the bottom, so it's not completely trade dress free. And then I believe this one, I think this is a second printing, but I'm not sure. I haven't popped it open just yet. Of, let me see if I can change the brightness here to, there we go. That's a little bit better. So this is #1. I had actually claimed this on a show and just never ended up getting it. There was some miscommunication and stuff, so I'm glad that I'm able to get it now. I did pick up 2 art germs as well. Art germ, the Fantastic Four, the wedding issue of She-Hulk. I'm a big fan of She-Hulk. I'm not collecting She-Hulk for the sake of like investing or anything. Most of the She-Hulk books I'm picking up are Savage She-Hulk and Sensational, and then I'm flipping them on my non-con show. But I really love when somebody can take a character, a female character specifically, who is powerful and muscular like She-Hulk is, and still give them that like feminine edge and make her attractive and sexy and stuff like that. My friend Richard Zerga, who's got a book that's coming out this week, it's launching, it's headed my way. Taffy the Clown presents issue number 4 is on its way to my house right now. But he did a She-Hulk sketch cover that presented She-Hulk in a very feminine manner, but she's still like super buff and like looks awesome. I'm gonna grab that to show you the comparison. So I think this has a little bit of green pen on it. I don't think this is completely pencil, but the line work was all laid down in graphite. So that's his She-Hulk, and I feel like she's still feminine enough and still sexy enough that the muscles don't overthrow everything. And that is kind of like the dynamic that I really dig with being able to draw a female character portrayed as powerful, portrayed as strong, who can still come across as feminine. And even if they don't, I mean, like, to each their own. Like, I mean, some of us can't draw certain features. Jawlines can be very, very hard, and if you change a jawline, it changes from feminine to masculine or masculine to feminine and stuff like that. So again, that goes into art and anatomy and structure and stuff like that, but I just really dug the Art Germ She-Hulk cover because I really like that dynamic as well. And then this one's probably my favorite Art Germ cover of all time. And I lost out on a Buy It Now show where they showed it and somebody grabbed it before I could. But now I've got it, the Supergirl number 19 Art Germ cover. And this is, of course, Supergirl from the Superman the Animated Series, the DC Animated Universe line and design. That's always been one of my favorite designs for Supergirl. And I think the thing about it is like I'm attracted to characters based on their character traits, but I'm also very attracted to characters based on their design structure. I think that's why I was going through this, and still kind of am going through this period of wanting to draw Disney princesses. And Princess Jasmine really stands out to me because of her design, the clothing, her facial structure, the fact that they didn't give her like a traditional nose. They gave her a very different profile. And her nose is kind of straight when it goes down. And there's just something about that that's like, this character is different. Well, first of all, she's not white, but I mean, this character is different. She looks different. She carries herself differently. She was this very assertive character during the 90s renovation of Disney and the Disney princesses, where you still had the princess that was wishy-washy and didn't really know what she wanted and, you know, needed the man to complete her kind of thing. And Princess Jasmine was just like, look, I don't want to get married. And I'm like, right on. Like, you know, you do you. That's the important thing. And be yourself. Always be yourself. And they say unless you can be Batman, but I'm going to say always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, and then you should just always still be yourself. Because believe me, you don't want to be Batman. You think you do, but you don't. So this is my stack, my haul, my dose vaccination haul from yesterday, which you'll be seeing Friday because that's when I'm dropping this, along with the Bubba Patrol update. So hope you enjoyed this, and hope you enjoyed my like nonsensical ramblings going back about character design and stuff like that. I think I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more of that. Once I can figure out this the screen capture stuff, I'll probably be doing more drawing tutorials and things like that I really want to just get back into to show people like my process for doing stuff, and maybe like breaking down a page or breaking down panels on how I lay things out. But that's kind of the thing. You kind of have to do it with a non-essential page or a non-essential panel, because I don't want to give anything away about Bubba Patrol 4 or Bubba Patrol 5. You know, maybe it'll be a new script that I'll be working on, because I've got a couple of projects I want to try to tackle after we finish the first arc, as it were. So Bubba Patrol's now up in Phoenix, and we're going to try to get it to different spots in the country. So stay tuned for more. Again, if you like this content, I'm putting the link to the non-con page down in the description below. I host a show pretty much every Saturday at 7 p.m. Sometimes we go a little bit earlier because we've been going long lately, having a lot of fun. And the way you can support the channel, I'm not doing a Patreon, I'm not doing memberships or anything like that. I sell comics. I make comics, I sell comics. So if you want to help support the channel so you can see more content like this, or see other content, or give me ideas for stuff to do, head on over to the non-con page on Facebook, Saturdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. It's actually 7 p.m. Arizona time, because we never change, so right now it's 7 p.m. Pacific. Tune in, pick up some books, have me ship them out to you, buy some Bubba Patrol. That helps me be able to buy new product for the show, but it also helps me buy stuff so that I can, you know, do these unboxings and stuff like that. So hope you all are well. Keep wearing your masks, keep washing your hands, sanitizing, social distancing, and I'm going to keep doing the same. Just because I got my second dose yesterday, the mask stays on, because heroes wear masks. And it's not for me, it's for the people I care about, which is everybody else out there. You guys have a good day.